What's up, guys? Welcome back to Goshen's Games. You guys have been talking to me in my chats and everything lately regarding what's going on in Walking Dead, and you guys were actually asking me to do a video about it or a live stream or anything of the sort because you guys know that I'm a Walking Dead fan. I watch the show, I read the comics. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead, specifically the cliffhanger ending that we got. So careful for spoilers, anybody who has not seen the episode yet, as well as spoilers for the comic book if you don't read the comics either. So with that being said, that's your warning. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna get into it right now. So we have the episode. This is basically the first half of this season has been the first half of All Out War. In the comic books, All Out War is split into part 1 and part 2. So instead of dragging it out and doing part 1 in one season and part 2 in another season, they're doing part 1 in the first half and part 2 in the second half. So we will see an end to the Negan arc, where specifically where Negan is the main villain of the story. We're going to see an end to that at the end of the season. Now, the whole story with Carl completely changed at this point. So in the comic books, Carl has a weird relationship with Negan. Negan respects him. Negan has like this special bond with Carl that's kind of twisted in a weird way, because he sees in Carl himself, a lot of himself, and we do see that in the show. We have gotten that quite a bit in the show, but now up to this point of the mid-season finale is where it completely changed. It's a very Carl-centric episode. Carl is basically saving the Alexandrians, which is a very, very good thing, because we haven't seen much of Carl lately in The Walking Dead. But the way that they leave things with us, it's you can kind of see it coming from the beginning of the episode, where they do a flashback with Carl and Rick. Carl's talking sense into Rick that we can't kill all the people, all of Negan's people. We can't kill all the saviors. Because if we kill Negan and then we kill the saviors, we're not fixing anything. We need to find some sort of compromise once we finish this. And he's beating that into Rick's mind, and Rick is, he is accepting of it, because as you can see, he wants to end it, but he doesn't really want to kill everybody. He wants to find ways to do things, and that's where it's been making conflict with him and Daryl, with Tara, and a whole bunch of other people. That's where the conflicts are coming from, because Rick is he's leaning towards what Carl was telling him, that we can't kill everybody. So we have that flashback, and it keeps going back and doing flashbacks and different things, showing Carl's humanity. Excuse me, I can't speak right now. Showing his humanity in this really inhumane world. And there's a running joke in The Walking Dead that if you become the moral compass and you become the most humane person, you're gonna be killed off. We've seen that plenty of times in the past. We've seen it with Herschel. We've seen it with Tyrese. We've seen it with Glenn. So we've seen it with so many other characters. And now we come to Carl. And a while back, and a few episodes ago, he saved a new character who joined the show, and so Carl has been hiding this new character down in the sewers, and so because of that, he showed Michonne where he was hiding him, and during the whole attack with the Saviors, that's where Carl told Michonne to lead everybody to, is down into the sewers. They're going to hide out in the sewers, and Carl says, all we need to do is survive the night. So, because Michonne and everybody else, they're wanting to fight back, and Carl says, no, we need to think of things through. We need to make sure we survive, so that way we can fight and win another day. So he's telling Michonne we need to fight. So when the Saviors come, Carl greets Negan, and he gives a speech that, basically he's telling Negan, if you're gonna kill anybody, just kill me. If killing me ends this war, if killing me makes things better for us, for you, for everybody, then kill me. And Negan asks him, do you really want to die? And Negan has this face. It's like, you know, you've piqued my interest, the entirety of everything that's been going on, and now, like, you've got my complete attention. So what is going on here? And so Carl tells him, I don't want to die, but if I have to, if somebody has to die, then kill me. And Carl is ready to die. He's ready to take that bullet to save everybody. And then we find out it was kind of a distraction at the same time, even though it really wasn't, but it was a distraction. So that way everybody can escape. So we see Carl, like, completely, like, he has this all planned out, and no matter what's going on with all the explosions, with the Saviors blowing up all the houses and the Saviors trying to attack, Carl has a completely clear head and doing what he needs to do and keeping the Saviors distracted so everybody else can escape. And I think that is fantastic that he was doing that. And so, everybody's scattered off. Rick's in one place. We have Ezekiel and Carol in another place. We have Aaron going with oh, forgive me, I can't think of her name, the new chick. We have Aaron and her going to Oceanside to try to recruit them. So everybody's scattered as far as the main cast goes. Rick makes his way back to Alexandria, and he ends up fighting with Negan. Rick runs away. He ends up finding Michonne, snapping her out of a rage that she went into, and, like, killing Saviors, which was a freaking really cool thing in the episode. And then Michonne leads Rick down to the sewer, which is where we see our, the basically where the episode comes to the end, and Rick and Michonne see Carl, and Carl is looking pale. He's sweating. And we see that Carl has been bitten. So, yeah. And, some people are saying that, Carl's going to survive this because, like, the whole episode has been about just survive somehow because, Carl had that letter. And Enith, that's her name, Enith. So, just survive somehow is Enith's mantra. So he was looking at that at the beginning of the episode, just survive somehow. And that's all that Carl's been thinking, is just survive somehow. So some people are theorizing that Carl's going to live through this. I don't know how. He was bitten on the side, like by his stomach. Usually you're pretty gone at that point. It's not like you're getting bit on the arm. You can chop off the arm, or the leg. You chop off the leg. No, it's nothing like that. You get bit on your side. That's pretty much it. You're pretty much gone. So if he was to survive, then he would be like the savior, because then his blood would be golden and they'd be able to heal the entire human race if they just go ahead and use his blood or something. But, there's other reports that really lead it to believe that he's not going to survive. And the reports are that Carl, or the actor who plays Carl, Chandler Riggs, was actually fired from the show. His dad, Chandler Riggs' father, put up on his own Facebook that, not to trust AMC, not to trust Scott Gimple, that 2 weeks before Chandler Riggs' 18th birthday, they fired Chandler Riggs from the show. Not that Chandler Riggs did anything wrong. Maybe they were trying to do budget cuts and he was asking for more money, because in the comic books, Carl's still alive. Carl is basically untouchable in the comic books. Robert Kirkman even said himself, like, if someone's going to survive the whole Walking Dead apocalypse thing, it's going to be Carl. He sees a future where Rick is dead, but not Carl. So, making this kind of decision to do this in the show is a complete 180 turnaround from the comics, which is kind of upsetting. It really upsets me, because I'm not sure how they're going to do it moving forward. And again, this is a spoiler video. I apologize if you're watching to this point. That's awesome. I appreciate it. But in the comic books, Carl's still alive, and the relationship is that Negan is still alive as well in the comic books. And Carl and Negan have this very, very weird relationship where Carl goes to see Negan every day and taunts him every day, saying that I'm gonna kill you. And like they have when I say it's a weird relationship, Carl and Negan have conversations. They actually talk. Like, Carl tells Negan about everything that's going on, but he's constantly reminding Negan that Carl's gonna kill him one day. To I guess to put his dominance there, whatever the reason is. And I don't know how they're gonna do it from here, because I don't see them killing Negan as well. Because if they kill Negan, then they just completely ruin everything that's to come in The Walking Dead. Unless they plan on ending the show like this season with killing Negan. I don't know. It's very weird, because the next story arc is going to be the Whisperers. Negan has a big role to play in the Whisperers. So does Carl. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand why they killed Carl. So who's going to replace him in the story moving forward? Is it going to be Enid? Like, she's like the only quote unquote kid left in the show that has a major significance to the story plot. And if you're not aware, Enid replaced Sophia from the comic book. So Sophia died in season 2. Enid's character is she has the role of Sophia in the show. She's been adopted by Maggie. I put that in quotations, that she's been adopted, because there's really no adoption, no paperwork, nothing like that. But in the comics, Sophia was adopted by Glenn and Maggie, and because Carol's dead in the comics. And so in the show, Enid was somewhat adopted by Glenn and Maggie, and so she took the role of Sophia. So unless she's gonna now take the role for Carl as well, where she has that weird relationship with Negan, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't think that would make any sense, because her and Negan have never really had any interactions where Carl and Negan have. They've already established that relationship with Negan and Carl throughout this season, throughout last season, and for them to go ahead and just like screw it all up at this point, it's very sudden. It's a very weird way to end Carl's arc. So anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about this, because like I said, a lot of you guys have actually asked me about this, so I figured I might as well do this kind of video and put it up here, even though like the focus of my channel is not Walking Dead stuff. But if you want Walking Dead stuff, I'll give you Walking Dead stuff. I don't mind. I love Walking Dead. I mean, I'll go and I'll talk about it all day. But if you do want it, let me know down in the comments, and we'll have Walking Dead conversation maybe once a week or whatever. I don't mind doing stuff like that. So anyways, thank you very much for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget about my monthly giveaways down below in the description. I will catch you all later. You guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time zone you're at. Peace out, guys.